All right, so we didn't really get to go over substitution methods, so I want to do that first. When you do this method, Eaton, it's math class, put it down. Wagner, let's go. So, you got to get one of the variables by itself. Looking at those two equations, again, this is called a system of equations. So we're solving a system, meaning we have to find the x and the y answer that works in both equations. Okay, it has to work for both as well. So that's how we're finding the solution. Okay, you want to get a variable by itself. Now, which is the easiest variable up there to get by itself? Louder? The x. All right, the one that has no number in front of it. So that's my first suggestion to you. Get one of the variables alone that has no number in front, no coefficient. Then you don't have to do any division, and you don't get any fractions. Okay? So look for one of those. Now, sometimes when they do these, they'll give you already y equals something or x equals something. They already do that step for you. So don't do that step if it's already been done for you. Okay? So the first thing I would do is get this x alone. Now, the first substitution part, then, is you take this and you substitute it into the other equation for x, because that's what x equals. Okay, Mason? So I'm going to go 6. Instead of x, I'm going to put 3y plus 4 in place of it. And don't forget about the plus 5y and it equals 1. So now I have an equation with one variable in it after I substitute it. So once I solve for y, I can substitute back in my second substitution in over here to get what my x is. So distribute your 6. And then I would subtract 24 to get it on the other side, because we want to get y by itself. So then 18y plus 5 is 23y. And then 1 minus 24 is a negative 23. And when I divide by 23, I get y equals negative 1. So I'm half done, right? I got my y answer. Now I got to figure out my x answer. So I substitute in for y there, that negative 1. All right, so x equals 3 times negative 1 plus 4. And that's negative 3 plus 4. That's 1. So my answer would be 1 for x and negative 1 for y. And if I substitute, 6 times 1 is 6. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. 6 minus 5 would be 1. And then 1 in for x. And negative 3 times negative 1 is a positive 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. So you can check to make sure you're right if you want. That's substitution. Yesterday we had time to go over elimination. Those are the two methods that's on the quiz tomorrow. Do you have any questions on the substitution?
How many questions tomorrow on the quiz?
6. All right. So I have a practice quiz right here that I'm giving you. Do number 1, and then we'll go over it real quick. And then we'll do number 2. We'll go over all of them, okay?
3 elimination.
Yeah, 3 of each, correct. If it tells you which method to use next to it, what's the next one? So do that first one, and then we'll go over here in a few minutes. they count right? Give us that. Oh, boy.
I hope you don't game for this time this year.
Oh, man, not me.
I mean, they can get close, right?
But that's what they want to see.
Oh, no, you already got through, right? Did we get rid of the Oh. Jacob.
What did you say? What did you say?
She was one of the not skipping sweets.
Marcus.
That's probably why we're going to get them. Because they, third period, Zion, I mean, Marcus is in trouble, man.
Marcus is in trouble. Hey, proverbial TM.
Yeah, that's a market.
You're not another superstar today.
Not a superstar.
Boy, I thought you were gonna get called around.
Oh, right after.
You're gonna get one. That's almost seven.
Yeah, down to three, right? I said we don't throw it there.
We're just going to Miss Brown, we're not gonna move you. So we're not really.
Oh, I'm not worried. You were.
I'm not blaming
I don't know.
Mark told us to skip.
He said it in that file.
Yeah, wait, so.
Blame it all on Marcus.
All right, let's look at this one. This one we want to use substitution. All right, what's the first step in substitution again? We just did it? Not substitute first. Get one variable by itself. Well, what's going on in this one?
All of them. They're both by themselves. Why is?
The y's are by themselves. Right, Connor? All right, so they already got that taken care of for you, right? That first step? Or I have taken care of that for you, I guess. So it doesn't matter, but I'll just take this y and put it over there for that y. All right? So don't let one like this stump you. That's already been done. So just write negative 2/3 x, bad 2, plus 3 equals negative x plus 4. Okay? So I'm going to take this x on the right and add it to the left. So I got something plus 3 equals 4 here. What's a negative 2/3 plus 1? Positive 1/3. Good. Subtract the 3. So I get 1/3 x equals 1. Now, what do we usually do when we have a fraction like that? How do we move it? Yeah, I like to multiply by the reciprocal. That's what we've done in the past. I mean, you can divide by 1/3, but that's the same thing as multiplying by 3/1. So, you get 1x, which we want, and then 1 times 3/1 is 3. Then I'm going to substitute in. It doesn't matter really which one you substitute in. You can put it in the original, or this y equals negative x plus 4, you can put it over here. Doesn't matter. I'll just put it over here. What are the happens to these 3's when you have a negative 2/3 times a 3? cancel out, yeah, it's like 3/1, but those just cancel, so it's -2 plus 3, which is 1. So our answer would be 3 for X and 1 for Y. Questions? So again, that one, sometimes that one like that tricks kids, because it's already got a Y by itself. Well, actually, both Y's are by themselves, right? So just set the two X sides equal to each other, basically, is all you're doing. Okay, questions? All right, let's do number 2. Another substitution one.
So on the side of top, so. I would just subtract the X and get Y by itself.
Mark this me.
So then, what would that do with it? Well, do it first, so then you don't think it's too far ahead.
Who's jumping off here?
Is it actually? You don't have to do it like, I mean, that's okay, if you want. So you just set those equal there, right? But you could have just taken that, put it there. You know, you wouldn't have to get this Y by itself, you know? You just write 2 plus 4 minus X. But what you're doing is okay. I'm gonna write 5 minus 2. Okay, don't do it here, you just did it here, right? Oh, cancels this one.
How much are we?
So what do you get over here? Just Y is equal
500.
minus. Now you take that 4 minus X, and put it there over here. I'm gonna burn my little glass.
All the way down, you right?
Now we move the whole Y down.
You'll fly your drawing down.
Just set it around down.
You would have a lot of money before the trip.
Oh, that'd be the nice thing, I think. Really cheap.
What if there's something to do now? What you want?
Well, this is gonna be a town stop night. That's not much. Just fine, it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap.
I think you should buy something down there.
That's for a 6 an hour, 24.
You really get to know your bike. You really get to feel for it.
You don't really get the feel for it. You really get the feel for melted motor. Only point that.
What?
Just do what you
I'll think
want.
about it.
We'll see here. I'm not like kill.
Here's my, that's what I'm saying, that's my plan. You know, I'm just showing up.
My dad is.
Oh, you know, if you pay for it, I don't know credit. I'm not good. I've never had my
I'll just put it in the trailer or something.
That's one way I know that, like, what's scary are you gonna say if I showed up? I'll be scared of the top of, you know, see, I'll be not like.
And you can do so much.
If I were to buy it, like, I don't think I'd buy it.
All mine stuff.
Like a six, the same amount for like a cigarette, so how do you move that?
Yeah, but a drum, you can just crank it back.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
650 minutes.
It ain't even close to the same amount. It's like now you put this 4
You
times.
can find a used one, if you set them buying like brand new.
Brand new Ducati.
Yeah, brand new Ducati, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, right now, go out and spend $90.
If I have one of them, I'm gonna
Mark's gonna do all the other stuff, I told him if the bike lane on top of me.
Okay. So in this one, you got three choices, right, Zion? Zion, what choice did you make? Did you get this X, this Y? You got this X alone? Okay. It doesn't matter, remember, Michael? You have a choice to get which one of those by itself. But don't get the 2X by itself. Because then you're gonna have to divide by 2, right? So any of those variables without a number in front. So Zion, he got this X by itself. So we'll do that. Some of you put 4 minus Y, some of you write negative Y plus 4. That's okay, it doesn't matter. But remember, you have to take this then and put it in for X in the other equation. Make sure you substitute into the other equation. That's where we make a mistake sometimes. So I distribute the 2. Move the 8 over. And negative 2Y plus 1Y is negative 1Y. Divide by negative 1. So we get Y is positive 3. Then I would just put the 3 right there to find my X. So 4 minus 3 would be 1. So this one was 1, 3. Questions on that?
Where's the one? All over the line.
I put a 3 in for Y there, because that's what I figured out. And 4 minus 3 gives me the 1 for X. Okay? So far, so good? All right. Here's an elimination one. All right, we talked about that yesterday. Do that one, please.
I just thought it was the equation.
No, you wanna get either, those two numbers the same or those two numbers the same. What would be easiest?
That X minus
Right, so you need to multiply that by what?
4.
Right.
Yes.
No, don't worry about that, it's gonna not change. So that times 4 is what? Put it under there. What's this times 4? No, not the 6.
Oh,
The bottom one.
28.
Negative 28, right? And what's that by 4?
Oh, 52.
6. Super, super, super. Okay, so how do those, for those to be eliminated, should we add them together or subtract? Right, so subtract. So 0, that cancels. Right. Put your line, so we know they're separate. Okay. What's negative 6 minus a negative 28? No, minus a negative 28 be plus, isn't it?
Oh.
So it's negative 6 plus 28.
28.
22y equals what's 12 minus 56? Negative 4. What's 20? Divide both sides by 22. And you get y. No, that's the negative there, divided by. Put your line here so you know you divide, right? Right. Now, put that in either one of these. I'd probably put it, that doesn't matter. Either one of these and figure out x. basically, yeah. Yeah, if we were to graph those, wherever, that, we're finding where the two graphs meet at that point.
Let's bring the pool table out on the beach.
Bro, if they don't stay, if they can, you have to be both back by the same number.
Oh.
No, you don't have to, but like that's what side.
Imagine if we had to put quarters in it to play.
You can do one or.
So that'd be easier when we just do the what? Or maybe it's look at 5, 8, 1. How you do? You like Monday or something? Okay. So, when we do this method, those of you that weren't here yesterday, pay close attention. All right, you want to get either the same number in front of the x's or the same number in front of the y's. Okay? It's your choice again. All right, what the easier thing to do in this problem would be to make the x's the same, because all I have to do is multiply the bottom equation by 4. Okay? But if you wanted to make the y's the same, I would just multiply the top by 7 and the bottom by 6. Okay, and that's okay. It's just more work. All right, so this is 4x minus 28y equals 56 now. Now I'm just going to take the top one and put it right underneath so they're together. All right, so I got that 4 in front of both x's. What's the sign of those two 4s? They're both positive. When the signs are the same, what did we say to do yesterday? Subtract. S for same, S for subtract. So I'm going to subtract those two equations. When I go 4x minus 4x, that's the elimination part. You eliminated the x's. Okay? Now I'm going to subtract negative 6 from negative 28. So it's minus a negative 6, which actually ends up making an addition, right? So it's negative 28 plus 6, which is a negative 22. And then 56 minus 12 is 44. Divide by the negative 22, and we got our y value. But again, we're only half done, just like before. How do I find my x value? Just plug it in, substitute. So you do substitution in this one too. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm going to pick this one right here. So I'm going to go x minus 7 times negative 2 equals 14. So x plus 14, because the negative 7 times negative 2 is positive 14, and then take the 14 over, so we get x is 0. So my answer for this one is 0, negative 2, using elimination. Okay? Questions? All right, let's try number 4, please. Another elimination one. What's the negative 2? 44 divided by negative, that's a negative. So that's plus 14.
Every state's 21%.
Yeah.
Keep states now.
But I think I messed up with this one.
Oh, they're showing why.
like it was -6 plus 6, so wouldn't it be 11A then?
Yeah. Like you got
You're above 6 foot, you ain't getting much better.
We'd be on one floor.
Yeah.
How about we could go island hopping?
We can do a volcano down.
Yeah.
Very pretty. No, I was just sitting about.
They had this set up like 4 months.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm curious. Anybody but
You have all tile floor, everything. I'll get it couch.
Yeah, I'm done.
ended up like 40, 80.
Just gone. That happened.
Yeah, I just.
You have to make the first one versus
Yeah.
Mark, you think the first one was, you should have 9 or 6?
I would do.
Did wide right away. You can just have wide and stuff.
Yeah, they're already different. You gotta, you just add, your wife's go away. Okay, in elimination, what's supposed to be true so you can eliminate a variable? What are we looking for? Same number in front. We already have that, don't we, for the y's? What number's in front of the y's? 1, right? You guys with me on that? It's okay if you made the x's the same, but that's just doing extra work. You follow? Now look at the signs of the y's. Are they the same or different? They're different. Remember, when they're the same, we subtract. So when they're different, what do? We add them. Okay, so you should just add these right away. And you get 15x, and then those y's are eliminated. Excuse me. Positive 1 plus a negative 1 is 0, right? That's what we want to happen. And then 30 plus 15 is 45. Divide by 15. And x is 3. Okay. And then I'll just put it up in the first one there. So 9 times 3 plus y equals 30. And 9 times 3 is 27. So when I move it over, I'm going to subtract it. So the answer is 3, 3. So sometimes it's already ready to go for you to eliminate. Okay? So don't do extra work if it's already set up for you. Questions on that one?
How'd you get the, no?
This 3?
Yeah.
I went 9 times 3, that's 27. So I subtract the 27 over. 30 minus 27. Any other questions? All right. Oops. Gotta go down. All right, another substitution one. So again, I'm looking for the correct method. So make sure you do the 3 substitutions, using substitution, and the 3 elimination by elimination. Okay? If you use the wrong method, you don't get credit, even though you get it right.
You've been checking me out.
Hopefully I did.
Oh, you're not done
That's fine.
That's right.
I'm good. Bring this home.
Right. So they're gone.
Live.
Sure.
We can have 2 people in there.
So what do you have to say? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What events, Black Hazel?
Matty, have you seen the video of Lee just pole snapping?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Like high school doesn't have a big night. You didn't condition
How far you jump on long jump?
13. I can probably get about. Is this a So I heard you going through there 17 feet.
I don't have the video.
I was in the group chat.
Oh, yeah, we go to the
God, yeah.
Love scrolling. No, just didn't want to save video.
You find it?
That's right.
So what do you do? Oh, here it is.
I don't see anything.
Is that it?
I would have just got this X, and so them, so I wouldn't have to have a practice.
Fireworks are the sign.
Doesn't that? Yeah. What day? No, your budget. What's in your budget? Like, give me the date budget right now. What's not a smart business?
I'm sharing the love with one. I'm trying to use that. People are going to be drinking. Just for your stuff.
I would have got this. But you don't have to pay them for that.
But this isn't.
You just got a piece that is fruit. Nice fruit, what's it?
Handle Peter, $60. About like 5 packs.
No, we're gonna bring it to the beach. We have something to December for the kids.
It's gonna happen.
You guys just got started.
Okay.
You don't have to go back.
Cameron, what'd you get by itself when you did this one?
I got X.
Yeah, this X, right? Isn't that what we said for substitution? Find the easiest one to get by itself, which is that X. The other ones have numbers in front. Now, it's not wrong though. Some of you did that. got, you know, a y by itself, whatever. You got divide, got fractions. You still can handle it, but I know you guys don't like fractions, so that's why I tell you to work on the one that has no number in front, or 1 as the coefficient. So I take this and put it in for x in the other equation. We got 2 times negative 3y plus 6 plus 6y equals negative 18. When I distribute, I get this. What happens to those 6y's? They cancel out, right? So they're gone. They're eliminated. Even though this is substitution, they get eliminated. So I get 12 equals negative 18. This happens once in a while, where the variable gets eliminated when you're solving. And there's a false statement in this situation. It's no solution when it's a false statement. If you would have gotten, you know, negative 18 equals negative 18, that's a true statement, right? So if this happens and you get a true statement, then you say there's an infinite number of solutions. Okay? So one of those may happen tomorrow on your quiz. I don't remember if there did. If it does or not. All right, one more elimination. And we're done then.
Yeah. All over my toes. Oh, yeah, that's what I messed up. Cause I was like, I know you're supposed to add those together.
Oh, yeah. The moon right there. We have that right under your eye.
Which one do you want to make this thing?
All of a sudden, that's an allergy. Always got face tat.
Well, you guys
Bro,
want to
whatever you do, open eye, woke up.
Then there's 7 days, last 6, 7, we gotta clean her out, so we just how much.
Get out of that.
Then get out.
Get out of that.
There was nowhere. And shoot. I will.
Maybe I'm not going.
There was
So you can't miss your flight, man.
No, I don't know.
Oh, you're just not driving the car?
Oh, dude.
For RC, yeah, they're taking
Mark. Yeah.
Just so you can stick back on and scratch it up.
Yeah.
I was taking myself. With all that.
Wait.
Him on a silver fucking platter.
That's old.
I can get him on ice cream, bud. Don't have to pay for the ice one. Like here's the one.
That'd be so nice.
Figure out your effect.
That's true.
How'd you do on that last? Okay, 3's right. Put that under, and got the track, right? You are there, so that's right. What's be minus and negative. Right. Hey, Harpley, that here, maybe. Yeah. One, and then one back. Now make sure you finish it.
That's when you made it. We're doing that, right? I didn't realize you Mr. Stearns.
Remember, you're subtracting, right?
Oh, I didn't.
I already got my 5th. No, you did. You did that right. You just brought this underneath. So remember, negative 15 minus 4. Yeah. So then, bro, I already had got, we have minus a negative. That's all I want.
Oh, we gotta go down to the.
Zane, what'd you get? He said negative 3 and 1. You guys agree with him?
Yeah.
Reynolds, you do?
Yeah.
Is that what you got? That is correct. Good.
We need to go down.
Zach, Zane.
No.
Yeah, go. You guys go. See Mrs. Brown. Zach, what did you do to get the same? Did you get your Y's or X's the same? Okay, that's what I would do also. I multiply the bottom by 3. And then again, I like to put them right next to each other. So I just rewrote the top one. Are the signs the same or different for the 3's? They're the same, right? What did we say to do when they're the same? Subtract. So negative 15 minus 4 is a negative 19. Here's where you make a mistake sometimes. What's minus a negative again? Addition, right? So it's negative 24 plus 5. So you get a positive 1 for your Y. I'll just substitute in the second one. So we're going to go x minus 5 times 1 equals negative 8, which is x minus 5. Add the 5, and you get x is negative 3. All right, do we understand those two methods? Are we going to be ready for our quiz? Hopefully. All right, good job today. Thank you.